come out better tomorrow?
Yeah, I mean, we know what they're all about. They've got a good team. They work hard. They play simple, and I think we just got to be above them all night, and kind of not shoot ourselves in the foot and give them chances. I think they have a lot of skilled players that can bury those chances. So I think we gotta maybe play a little bit more like the third period of that game, and play in their zone, and try to pepper their goalie a little bit.
I know the first, however, 6-7 games wasn't sustainable, but anything you notice different as far as what you're doing differently in the power play these last 4 games, or what you need to do?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I think get back to basics. I think, win battles, win loose puck battles. Us swingers have to help out on the draws, and, winning draws obviously helps out a lot. So, I think that's on us to get in there, and Larks is doing a good job of laying them there, but we're not winning them back. So that's a big part we can work on, and obviously just getting more pucks through. I think or maybe trying to be a little too fancy and find that backdoor play. We just got to shoot the puck, get a screen, and they'll start going in.
How much of that winning draw was a factor in last night's game? Because when you look at the numbers, Florida won, I think, over 66% of the faceoffs.
Yeah, it's tough. I think, always starting without the puck, it's you got to work to get it back, and, you're wasting energy that way. I think, like I said, Larks for our line did a good job of laying them there, and, we just weren't there to really help them out as much. They did a good job holding their sticks or whatever it may be, but, we got to work through that and do a better job of that. I think it's, not only on the center, it's a 5-man face-off, and, we got to battle harder.
Kat, last week, Newsy and a few of the guys talked about just the environment of playing at the Garden, the original 6 matchup. Coming in tomorrow, what do you kind of anticipate that like, and what's the fan support been like for you guys playing so far?
Yeah, it's been great so far. I think, past couple performances here haven't been great, but, hoping to turn that around tomorrow. Saturday game, hopefully it's loud, and, we can build some energy off of that. I think, they're obviously a great team, and, their record shows it. They score, when they get their chances. So we got to do a good job of, really bearing down on our plays and making smart plays.
How much do you feel the energy of the crowd when you're out there? Just especially here at Little Caesars Arena. It's been pretty good so far this season.
Yeah, you definitely feel it. I think, when it gets, a little like lull in the game, and, a little quiet, you definitely, feel the energy once it gets back up there, and, gives you maybe a little extra boost. So, it's been great so far this year. I think, we can get back on track and, keep this building humming.
Thanks, Scott.
Just change, probably. Get a little pop out of it, a little more movement. Get Razor downhill. It's just a different look. Obviously, I think we're 4 games without a goal. I just think it was a change. And it's probably, if you recall, it's the other look we kind of had going through training camp. So it obviously made sense to get that look, and it looked good today. So I just think it's like anything within your group. It's not going well or clicking. You just get a little change out. It's no different from 5-on-5 play too. Yep, absolutely. Yep, and he you'll be able to walk the line. Just different. It's just a different look. Lefty versus righty up top. Obviously, he's very comfortable. He's been in that spot a lot within his career. So, yep, just a little different look there.
Looks like you're changing your lines a little.
Yep, little playing Fish is day-to-day. He tweaked an upper body yesterday, so again, I don't know what it'll look like. Fabs won't be available for tomorrow, so we may call someone up. I don't know if Fish will be available tomorrow, but it just play around with some different things. Obviously, for today, we elevated Joe. We may take some looks at Ross in the middle there, but I think we'll play around with some things with our forward group also. Good. It's tough to judge because he's very reliable. Underlying numbers are strong. His chances for versus chances against are positive. He's one of the better differential guys. Obviously, it's not going in for him. It just obviously comes to a head last night when, he has a complete wide open net on a one-shot game. I mean, That's a very frustrating, but I don't think that is, it's easy to look at that one play and be like, that's his game, but I don't think that's the case. It's been good. Trust him, as you know, in every situation. Ask a lot of them over penalty kill. And, that he's going through an injury, though, I think is going to have some ups and downs. You just don't have a lower body injury like that. Training in the off season versus rehab in the off season is completely different. So I think there's going to be some ups and downs. But for the most part, I've been very happy with Ras and a player we certainly value as a staff.
What did you take from the last Saturday?
What's that?
From the last one, to 5?
Last night or the Boston last?
From the Bruins game.
Yeah, it's tough. Maybe just talk to the guys maybe on a whole. You look at our 4 games back. If you talk about the Boston game, that's easy to evaluate. We just weren't very good. We didn't have much compete. I don't know if we were tired. I don't know if it was a credit to them, but we weren't very competitive. You look at the Islander game, easy to evaluate. We were pretty good start to finish. And then you have these 2 games. I'd put Winnipeg and last night very similar. We're not bad. We easily could have won both those games. I mean, last night we literally gave up 7 chances against at home. You're going to win that game. And unfortunately, the goal that went in was an awful, awful goal. It's tough to evaluate. I just ask the guys to take a little more standard, a little more pride in those type of games, and maybe trying to find ways to flip them or come out of it not accepting an okay performance but didn't win. The last Saturday versus Boston, that was our one-off, hopefully, because we just were not very competitive.
Looking at the numbers from last night, you lost the face-off
Yes.
by a large margin. It's kind of a two-part question. How important is that when you're playing a team with the talent like a Florida or
Yes.
Boston? And kind of, how do you make some changes to that quickly in order to play a team that's really good in the dot like Boston?
A huge issue last night. To come out of that game, when our analytics team gave me the numbers, I was shocked how good it looked, considering we didn't start with the puck the entire game. For us to only give up 7 chances, to us, to slightly outchance them, for us to have, an even game or maybe a majority of the better play throughout, considering we were 20%, is a huge part of it. So, yes, that one's on centers. 2, when it's not going well for you like that, it takes 5 guys in the face-offs. So you get a feel of that. I tried to get more of guys, righties in their righty dots, lefty in their lefty dots, but that was an issue last night, and it was a big part of the game. Again, credit to the guys to not start with the puck that many times and still give ourselves a chance, a good thing. But yeah, that's a risk. Like anything in your game, it's not going well, you need to rectify, and that's one of them.
How quickly do you get that?
They turn on our first snap is about 30 minutes after the game, and then it's more stuff to it. So that's most teams. It's pretty standard throughout the league, and then you can even take stuff off Sports Logic. Like they turn around immediately now. They don't exactly look as closely as our own guys do, but yeah. So usually about a half hour right after.
Based on perspective, those when it comes to winning an offensive draw as opposed to winning a defensive draw, stealing the momentum defensively versus keeping it offensively, what's the balance of importance on both of those?
They're vitally important. You got to have a plan to possess it, but then you need a plan when you lose it. And obviously, if you can forecheck or win that back immediately, it's all part of it. So it's a big part of the game. Even in my growth as a coach, I probably didn't emphasize it enough early in my career until I started seeing how important it was. It sets up your whole game. And, I go back to that Islander game on Monday. I'm rewatching the entire game back. I knew 10 minutes in we were dialed. Even though it was 0-0 for 38 minutes, I knew we were dialed in because of the face-offs. We were either winning them or we were bang on our assignments immediately after. So it's a big part of the game.
Which, is it easier to dial in and lose the face-off plan in the offensive?
No, but they're both the same. But that line of scrimmage battles are vitally important. Probably not recognized enough by the average fan. Not a ton. I wouldn't overthink that. We could turn 7-11 tomorrow, and he might play 2 shifts at center. He might play 25 minutes. I would not go through practice and being like, he's center for the next 55 games. I just think we trust him in a lot of spots. Andrew Kopp is similar to that. Joe Villano playing the wing today. We'd use him at center. I just think there's some versatility in some of those players that we would trust him in either way. But as far as this game changes, it's defending down low. I think when you saw the spark in his game last year, it just freed up his mind and it's freed up his game where as a wing you can play north-south, you can forward check, you take less thought out in your game, and I think that's what Ross did. Now you're defending. That's a challenge, defending down low, turning that 200-foot game. That would be his challenge. Just that more responsibility. Now in most systems, all 3 forwards play down low. I think the old school center's a center. That was probably 20 years ago. Everyone's asked to play down low. Alex DeBrincat had shifts last night, was defending down low. Or Mason, Razor had shifts down low. So I just think, but playing center, you're defending more down low. That would be the challenge for him. Yeah. I liked it. I actually asked him about it. Where'd you get it? Why? I have 2 kids. I have a 17 and 15-year-old playing AAA hockey. It scares me, the reality of it. I'm going to look into it myself for them, what makes sense, It's funny just hearing different feedback we went through as a family. They had to wear it when they were a kid, but the technology of it was awful. I get it. So you'd think this day and age, technology and his seemed like to be a one piece. It made sense. It looked comfortable, and it makes sense. So good on him, and I think probably where hockey's going to be heading.
Your sons aren't wearing it right
No, they aren't. They are not right now.
now. Is it a wake-up call for
Yes,
a lot of people?
absolutely. It's the reality of it. The game is faster. The technology of these skates is unbelievable. It's extremely dangerous. You see some progress with the wrists and the feet with some technology. And I think that's the next step. Yes, I'm going to work on getting them the proper protection.